Hi there, this is Joe and welcome to my second digital painting tutorial. This is my personal technique for painting drawings made on paper. The focus of this technique is preserving the organic qualities of drawings made on paper, while having the flexibility of a painting made on the computer. It uses the paper drawing as a source for texture rather than lines. There is no line art on this technique. There is all texture, so there will be no distinction between sketch and line art. Although you will do line art stronger than sketches. When drawing the initial sketch, do not worry about precision. The idea here is setting the motion and the shapes you are going to be using in the drawing. You are not going to erase this sketch. It will serve as texture in the final painting. But do not worry about it. The charm in this style is this sort of messy look that it lends to the final drawing. Once the sketch is done, you can start working on the line art with a darker pencil. But once again, do not worry about precision. This will mostly serve as texture. While it is important to have clean lines on the line art stage, having a few messy lines on the line art stage does not hurt the drawing. In fact, it helps by providing texture. Just so as long as you can erase the lines that you feel mess up the drawing overall. So it's easy to clean actually, you just copy and paste the white textured paper on top of it. Once you digitalize it, of course. As for canvas size, surprisingly, when drawing and painting in this style, I normally prefer doing small things on paper, because the smaller your drawing is, the easier it is to see the texture of the paper on your lines and on the paper itself. It becomes more apparent and it adds a lot to the quality of the final drawing. On the other hand, you don't have as much precision when drawing, but you do when painting because you can digitalize it on 400 dpi, which is what I do, and then you just add the details there on the computer. Now that the line art is done, I'm going to scan this on 400 dots per inch. At this stage, you need to prepare the drawing for the digital painting. What you're going to do is play around with brightness and contrast until the paper is just white, but the texture is really visible and strong. Do pay attention for your lines not to become pure black, because when they do, you lost texture information in that area, and you want to retain the texture of the paper, so never let the paper become white, and of the lines, so don't let the lines become black. Once that's done, convert luminance to transparency, so you will have a black and transparent layer. Now that this layer is transparent, you can paint just underneath it. Create a new layer below the line art, and add a flat color which you're going to use as a base for the painting. Set the line art layer to overlay mode, and start blocking out the main colors of the painting. Don't worry about precision at this stage, worry about building a nice palette. Overlay mode is very important here because it adds texture and intensity to the color layer below while allowing the painting layer to control shape and form rather than the line art. This is because overlay mode is weaker in saturated or light colors, which is just why you can control shape and form with the painting layer rather than the line art layer. Rather than just darkening the layer below, the overlay mode layer will also blend together with the color layer below, so it will become a vibrant and intense line art layer. This is very useful if you want your drawing to look more organic and your colors to look more vivid. After you block out the main colors and shapes, start defining the shapes a bit better and start applying light and dark areas to the painting. Slowly, start cleaning everything up and adding more and more detail. From now onwards, there's not much left to explain. You're just supposed to polish and polish and polish and polish the painting until you are satisfied with it. This can be very quick depending on what you want to have as a final result, or it can take quite a while. Experiment with it. As there's not much left to explain, I'll just remain silent. Feel free to put on music or whatever you want to watch the rest of the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you liked the result and learned something from this. If you have any feedback or anything you want to ask, any questions, any suggestions, feel free to comment on this video or just message me. Thank you once again. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. See you next time.